The Federal Reserve, particularly the leader of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, had to testify in front of Congress today as the time of this recording on March 8th, 2023. I'm not going to dive into all of the different notes and keynotes and things said. What I'm going to use this situation for is to break down to you where the economy is likely headed, how hawkish the Fed was when he spoke and had to testify in front of Congress and our federal government, and what foundation you need to set financially for yourself going into this economic shift that's almost certainly coming. We're going to cover it in this video. This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity, helping you to increase your net worth through relationship banking, the maximizing of your borrowing capacity, proper use of life insurance, and the ownership of real estate. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading content on a daily basis to help you customize your blueprint for prosperity. Jerome Powell made it abundantly clear in his testimony that the Federal Reserve actually made a mistake in its last rate hike, only raising the federal funds rate by 0.25%, that they had got a little overzealous and they hadn't had the data for January yet to make the call that they made. Basically saying, had they had the information for January when they did their federal rate hike, their last rate hike in early February, that they would have raised it higher. The Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell particularly, has made it abundantly clear that the terminal rate, which is the top line that they intend to reach with the federal funds rate, has to be boosted in order to combat inflation effectively. The Federal Reserve has also made it abundantly clear that they need unemployment to go up. It's currently sitting at about 3.4%, which is almost a record low, and they need it up somewhere north of 4.5%, 4.6%, and that's right now. That number could increase in the months to come if inflation is even more stubborn. The Federal Reserve believes that the unemployment numbers are what's pushing inflation numbers to stay high. They believe that's one of the biggest problems, is that the employment market is red hot and that it needs to cool down in order for the rest of the economy to cool down. To be honest with you, this, whether true or not, is a pretty gloomy picture. This video is rooted in helping you to understand that the economy has to get worse for inflation to stabilize. That is what the Federal Reserve and the decision makers, the string pullers in our economy are saying. So with that being said, I'm going to break down the number one product I feel like you need to have in place first. In most cases, everybody's situation is unique. But in most cases, if you don't already have enough of this or have it at all, this is something that you need to lay the foundation and groundwork for economic stability in the coming months and potentially even coming years. And that is life insurance. I don't have a single link in the description around selling you life insurance. This is honestly for educational purposes. This is honestly to turn a light bulb in your mind that you need to get financially stable to protect yourself and your family. And to be honest with you, one of the most important things that you want to eliminate is the possibility of something happening to you or the insurance, making sure everybody else in the household has insurance. Something happens to somebody in the family abruptly during rough economic times, that is going to magnify the loss of that person by adding a ton of financial stress. And I am pronouncing here in this video that life insurance is one of the number one products you need to put in place if you don't already have it, or you need to get enough of it if you're underinsured. I'm going to break down some quick stats from the last year or so about life insurance. And then I'm going to break down some of the benefits and reasoning why you need to have it in place. And then we're going to get out of here. So based on 2021 data, life insurance ownership rates have decreased by 2% since 2021 and about 13% over the last decade. 53% of American men who own life insurance compared to 46% of women. 68% of people who have life insurance have surveyed that they feel financially secure compared to 47% non-owners. Well over 50% of people with life insurance have better peace of mind, when less than 50% of people who do not have life insurance do not feel financially secure. And lack of life insurance is one of those reasons. Life insurance minimizes the shock in case you or somebody of importance in the family or in your circle passes away. It minimizes the shock of that loss by creating at least financial stability at the time of that loss. You need that peace of mind, and the vast majority of us need that peace of mind. Everybody's situation is different. Some of you may be in in financial shape and have enough assets and income to where you can support your family if something happens to you and you have things in place. Kudos to you if you're in that camp. Some of you don't even have family. You may not have anybody to leave anything to. Understandable. The vast majority of you who will catch this video are most likely have somebody who's dependent on you or at least connected to you financially that's going to need that support if something happens to you. And it's your duty to provide that support, especially while it's affordable if you're at a reasonable age and in reasonable health. Quick benefits that come with having life insurance, especially in today's market as life insurance products have evolved. A few major attachments that come with life insurance, if you get a quality policy, can be what's called living benefits. This includes things like disability insurance, critical illness insurance, and even retirement solutions and supplementation. Disability insurance in the sense that you could have coverage on your life insurance policy and maybe even the ability to access cash value in that policy in case of a short-term or long-term disability. Similar breakdown for critical illness. You can get policies that will allow to cover your premiums if need be, possibly allow you a lump sum of money out of that policy or that death benefit or cash value to help cover critical illnesses. Retirement solutions and supplementation. These policies have been restructured and redesigned to be able to provide you with additional forms of income or at least access to lump sums of cash within this policy that can be stored up if you purchase one designed to do so. This is a phenomenal access tool that you can put in place because a lot of times the money in life insurance policies can be tax-free and still have reasonable interest earnings on them and dividends earnings. Do your homework. I am a licensed life insurance professional. I will put my information down in the description below of this video. But again, I'm not here to sell you life insurance. I'm here to provide education and to inspire you to make better decisions for yourself financially. Here are some of the benefits for your loved ones. Income replacement. Pay off the home if there's a home at play that has a mortgage still. Pay off other debts like credit cards and car loans. Funding kids' college education. Caring for aging parents or the disabled in the household. Leaving life insurance in place and something abruptly happens to you or somebody else who's financially important in the household can be so much support at that time of loss for the people who are still left behind. This is something you need to consider as the economy is going into a much darker phase in the coming months and possible years to come, almost guaranteed by our federal government and by the biggest and most powerful financial institution in the United States, the Federal Reserve. They are telling us it's going to get gloomy, it's going to get worse. And the last thing that you need to have on your mind or have to worry about, or even worse, leave your loved ones or your family to worry about, is something happening to you and they don't know how to bury you or they don't know how to financially move forward in a healthy way during an economic recession where times are already desperate. Hopefully this puts something on your mind, made you think. I know this was valuable for you and I enjoy bringing it to you. This is JP checking out. As always, I want y'all to continue to stay focused, stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon.